Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Still on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Ever since the adjournment of Nnamdi Kanu's case to January, a lot has happened. A lot of reactions are taking place. People are getting worried. Prominent Igbo sources, prominent Igbo leaders, political elite, traditional rulers, religious rulers are showing a lot of concern, having known that a lot is at stake when it comes to the issue of Southeast security and the people. Before we go to the newspaper to find out exactly what they're saying, and it's actually worrisome, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, traditional religious leaders from the Southeast Zone have expressed worry over what they describe as differences encountered by the legal team of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that's Ipob Nnamdi Kanu, on his ongoing trial. The leaders urged the court to affirm Kanu's fundamental rights, including that of his lawyers, and other stakeholders, stressing that failure to do so would lead or would lend weight to the suspicion in some quarters of a planned secret trial against the indigenous people of Biafra. That's their leader actually. Spokesman of traditional and religious leader, that's Igwe Nnaemeka Achebe, His Grace Most Reverend Anthony Obinna, His Grace Chibuzo Boko, among others, warned that the difficulties will neutralize all effort being made to establish peace in Southeast Zone. They commended Ipob, that's Indigenous People of Biafra, for listening to their appeal to call off the sit-at-home order. This joint body is relieved that the Anambra State gubernatorial election was conducted without any major incident or breaches of peace. It also commends the people of Anambra State, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the security forces, the National Peace Committee, and all the other actors who contributed to the successful conduct of the election. I quote them. We are highly disturbed by the persistent complaint by the indigenous people of Biafra Ipob legal team about the difficulties it encountered in dealing with the Department of State Services (DSS) and especially the sad events which occurred during Nnamdi Kanu's appearance in court last Wednesday, November 10th. This joint body acknowledges the statement by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, senior advocate of Nigeria, in which he affirmed that the federal government was open to a political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's case. This statement is in line with the proposal earlier made by this joint body by other well-meaning persons and groups in Nigeria. This body therefore eagerly awaits the concrete step that will be taken in this regard. The group acknowledged the roles played by various other groups, organizations, and groups in fostering peace in the Southeast Zone and calls on all to sustain the current effort until peace based on justice and equity is achieved in our land. Now that's a good one. Until peace based on justice. Okay, not peace based on cowardice or peace based on I don't want trouble. That's cowardice. But this is peace based on justice, as in they have changed the narrative, they have changed the status quo. They keep pushing until they get the desired peace, and that peace is going to be leveraging on equity, justice, fair play. But how that will come to take a miracle, but then it takes man, you and I, to make that happen. Okay, but let's look at this very critically. See what they're saying. That if they don't change the narrative, that what is going around in some quarters, that they want to conduct a secret trial. You now ask the question: what could really have warranted, or what was the case, or what did they draw their strength from, or where did they get that ideology that the lead counsel or the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu should be outside and Nnamdi Kanu defend himself? Is that not, some people call it, is that not witchcraft? If somebody has paid so well and paid so much for his legal team, to the point that he even had one of the high-profile lawyers in the world, talking about Bruce Fein, and he pays his way every other day of both visiting the DSS and both visiting him in DSS custody, and of course always appearing in all the court cases, and yet he's not allowed, or yet he will not be allowed to his legal counsel. You should know that it's not possible. IPOB, more powerful, Nnamdi Kanu had ensured that they have a buffered, a good, strong legal team. Why wouldn't he want to use it? And we're telling him, would you like to defend yourself, when you have myriads and myriads of lawyers out there already with all the evidences and proofs and facts to defend him, and you tell him to come and defend himself? What facts does he have? What technical know-how would he use? And so people are now saying, look, this could be a case of the people are shouting, it could be a case of secret trial and all that. And these monarchs are saying, do make sure with your actions, make people believe that there's no secret trial going on anywhere, or there's no secret trial that's about to go on, or intending one either. And they're actually applauding Jeff Malami, for even looking through that issue of political solution. But one thing is certain: if you have heard the prophecy made by Prophet Ginla and one other young man at some point, in history, his own was even so current, so on point. I think he made his own in 2017, where he said Nnamdi Kanu will be arrested, he will be released on stringent measures. Ginla said he will be released, but on stringent measures, they said would, but they warned him on so many things, and they asked, would he change his policy and his ideology? He said no, he would change it, but he will sign. So that's to tell you that, the spiritual controls the physical, and people are just buying time. But whatever the case is, they're only saying, please, for the sake of equity, justice, and fairness, that everything should be open for everyone to see. And if peace will ensue and it should be restored, let it be that it is based on equity, justice, and fair play. And it's actually commending Emma Powerful, IPOB, for lending ears to the advice, listening to them. And that tells you that when DOS are saying, let's cast a sit at home, they are listening to the elders, and they're probably watching and seeing what the elders will do, because they've given them a window period of patience to see what they'll bring out of it. But some persons are of the opinion that if you give your window period of patience and you don't go ahead to doing your sit at home and all that, they'll think you're tired, and the whole movement is tiring, and they will not take it for granted. Well, it looks like even if DOS is going to be calm about the situation, they have a lot of people online and offline, like the likes of Simon Okpa, who is ready to push the team to the next level. So I guess it's a case of when there's a plan A, when there's a plan A not working, there's alternative plan B, C, D, all of which are not even totally connected to the plan A, which means if they don't do the needful at the right time, they may actually create a storm that they may not be able to control. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take? Do you agree with what the monarchs and other statesmen are saying concerning this issue? Or do you beg?